shall our Imo be neglected and abandoned to the forces of retrogression. So God on our side, we shall deliver on the promises we have made.
Hello and welcome to the program Rebuild Imo Projects, the program that brings you up to speed with the happenings in the administration of His Excellency, Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha, the Governor of Imo State. My name is Paul, your regular host. In today's edition of the program, we'll be taking a look at the Rebuild Imo administration of His Excellency, Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha, and how it has fared in his first 100 days in office. We also bring you the views of the cross-section of Imo people on the performance of the present administration within the time under review in the interview segments. The Rebuild Imo project will be back after this time out. Don't go away. On May 29, 2019, Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha and Engineer Gerald Irona were sworn in as the Governor and Deputy Governor of Imo State at the Dan Anyam Stadium, Owerri, Imo State. Governor Emeka Ihedioha, with his Rebuild Imo mantra, said his administration is set to rebuild and make Imo great again.
Our mission is to rebuild, reposition and transform Imo into a modern ecosystem for education, agriculture, industry, tourism, culture, sports, entertainment, human capital development, science and technology, and exploitation of our natural resources, thereby creating an enabling environment for sustainable economic growth and quality of life for our people.
The Rebuild Imo administration in Imo, under the watch of His Excellency, Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha, has continued to receive accolades from the people on account of his achievements in the first 100 days in office. The administration in its first 100 days in office has taken deliberate steps in actualizing its vision of rebuilding the state, and this has endeared it to the people. Shortly after his inauguration, the governor hit the ground running by appointing principal staff and other key officers of government, such as the Secretary to the State Government, the Commissioners, Chief of Staff, Special Advisors, Senior Special Assistants, and Special Assistants in various areas requiring immediate attention.
You have therefore come on board to enrich the contents of the rebuilders as we march to an assured success.
The administration also inaugurated different committees to address immediate concerns, obtain relevant information, and provide a clear compass for executive, judicial, and legislative action where and when necessary. The committees include Financial Advisory Committee, Committee on Market Development, Interior Management Committee for Adapam and Rubber Estates, and Committee on Traffic Decongestion and Illegal Parks. The Financial Advisory Committee, headed by Dr. Abraham Wanko, was charged with the responsibility of determining the state financial status and conduct a forensic audit of past government finances.
Statistics also show that in terms of internally generated revenue, IGR, Imo State has been doing relatively badly, particularly in the context of other Southeast states.
In line with the report presented by the Financial Advisory Committee, Governor Emeka Ihedioha issued Executive Order 005, which is an order for Treasury Single Accounts, TSA, revenue management and related matters for good governance of the state. The introduction of TSA has reduced the proliferation of bank accounts operated by MDAs and has also promoted financial accountability and transparency in the state.
I, Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha, Commander of the Order of Niger, do hereby issue the following directive as executive orders. 1. immediate remittance of all pay deductions on civil servants in Imo State. All pay deductions from the salaries of civil servants shall be remitted at the time of paying salaries to the Treasury Single Account maintained by the Board of Internal Revenue. 2. Closure of all revenue collection accounts in FDAs. All revenue accounts operated by all ministries, departments, and agencies are to be closed immediately.
The Bureau of Public Procurement and Intelligence, which was made moribund by the past administration, has been revitalized towards ensuring that due process and transparency are enthroned in all government procurement processes in the state.
In the previous administration, public expenditure was not backed by a budget. This administration is committed to citizen involvement and engagement in the budget process, and to use the budget as a guide for proper allocation of resources.
In a bid to recover every movable and immovable asset belonging to Imo people, the administration set up a high-powered recovery team headed by Honorable Jasper Ndobako, and the committee is making tremendous progress. The administration also, in its first 100 days in office, constituted a committee to investigate the status of the newly established tertiary institutions by the past administration. The committee had Professor Jude Njoko as its chairman.
Eastern Park University should remain a campus of Imo State University, running their management and social sciences programs.
The state government, within the time under review, inaugurated judicial panel of inquiry on lands and related matters. Also inaugurated was the panel on awards of contracts. According to the governor, the inauguration of the judicial panel of inquiry was in keeping with the administration resolve to clean up the state of the debris of maladministration.
Inquiry to be conducted by this commission will cover the period from June 2006 to May 2019.
The Go Green, Stay Green initiative of the present administration, targeted at making the state regain its former glory as the cleanest state in the federation, is on course. The Imo State Environmental Transmission Commission, ENTRACO, which has Honorable Alex Emezium as its general manager, has embarked on aggressive waste management and the silting of drains within the state capital.
Roughly roundabout, we've done the toilets there. The last time there was a heavy rain, I noticed there was no drop of flood there, so we have tactically solved that problem, which was a major issue. You go to Tetlo by the school road, Tetlo by school road, where you have the old stadium. We have solved that flooding problem there because we opened all the tunnels. People who live there, the feedback we got from them that they're oversighted. Ikenebu by Jevinik Junction, we have solved the flooding problem there completely. Royce Road by West End, we have solved the flooding problem there. These are major places we worked and we solved those issues. Now we're on World Bank. World Bank, we are still working on World Bank. Lake Mabry that we are desilting now. By the time we are done, flooding will be a thing of the past in around works layouts. So we are Oji area. We are on Oji area right now. I guarantee you will be done with Oji in 1 week, and that flooding problem on Oji will be a thing of the past.
A landlord at Ekwema Crescent, Ikenebu in Owerri, Chief Ferdinand Njoko, said his compound was always flooded each time it rains due to lack of the silting of the drains. He said efforts to get the attention of previous administration yielded no results and expressed gratitude to the state government for prompt intervention.
The last government, we wrote with this my neighbor, we wrote and submitted a letter. They came here to investigate the place, said they would come in to do something. They did not come. So when this government came in now, we wrote a reminder telling them that this is what we have been suffering here, and submitted, and they showed us that they will come and do something. The other day, about 3 days ago, they came and inspected the place and saw that it is an eyesore. So 2 days ago, they came in and bulldozed the place, and you can see that the water is now flowing, and we are now living in a very good environment. So I pray God to bless the present administration, give them the strength to continue the good work they are doing, and ENTRACO in particular, It is now that I, Chief Ferdinand Onkwem Joko, know that we have Intraco in Imo State because I can see them at work.
Another resident of the area, Miss Princess Opia, and a motorist, Evangelist Chukuma Okoro, said the clean environment would give the residents of the area a new lease of life.
The mosquito is much. Even insecticide cannot kill the mosquito. We even spray it, it's just like perfume on it. But I thank the state government for what they are doing for the drainage of the gutter. They are doing a great job. At least we can live a life free of mosquito and all the bacteria in Ikenebu. In fact, every day we are treating malaria. But I think with the help of this now, I think we will say bye-bye to malaria.
The commission has planted 7,000 trees within the state capital, and that has earned the state government an award as the major green city promoter by the Nigerian Society of Town Planners.
Every tree you plant has a percentage of carbon emission it emits. That gives you healthy living, good for people who have less of malaria, less illnesses, and that will mean that you spend less money on drugs. Also, Owerri Airport is the top busiest airport in the country, and we want to harness on these people coming in to come into a clean environment, an environment that is very nature friendly.
Over 3,000 street waste bins, 5 giant bins, compactors, and roll-on and roll-off trucks were purchased for the commission by the state government to enable it tackle the sanitary challenges in the state. Honorable Alex said the commission would work tirelessly to ensure that the state regains its former glory as the cleanest state in Nigeria. To further demonstrate its resolve in arresting the flooding and erosion problem in the state, the state governor constituted a committee comprising of experts to come up with solutions to the scourge.
The problem of flooding in Imo State can be properly situated on indiscipline. Indiscipline on the part of government, indiscipline on the part of residents, and then our lack of appreciation of what it is to live in a healthy environment. That is why we are dumping refuse in drainage channels and blocking the channels.
The administration in its first 100 days in office flagged off the 9.9 billion naira World Bank assisted Ezumezu Gully erosion control project. At Idato North, local government area with 500 million naira counterpart fund paid by the state government to Nigerian Erosion and Watershed Management Project, New Map, an agency of the World Bank.
This program had been on the table and on the works for several years. But because of lack of attention, lack of interest by the government of the past, this project could not commence. Immediately upon my assumption of office, this project was brought to my attention, and I was told that what had militated against the takeoff was government counterpart funding in the region of 500 million naira. Consequently, I directed that the sum of 500 million naira counterpart funds be paid immediately by the administration.
Mindful of the fact that the bulk of the state resources needed to grow the GPD of the state lie in the rural areas, hence, it didn't come as a surprise as the state government flagged off the rehabilitation and construction of 380.7 kilometer rural roads across the 27 local government areas of the state, named Rural Access and Mobility Project, RAM2. The project, no doubt, will contribute to the opening of the road network in the state, boost agricultural activities, and stimulate the economy of the rural communities.
I got this tip is a great flag off of the Duru Ebag in Oni for the government area to mark the formal commencement of RAM2 project in Imo State. I do this to the glory of God in Jesus' name.
In keeping with its resolve of ameliorating the sufferings of retirees in the state, which have been owed for over 80 months, the state government has commenced a verification and biometric exercise that would provide a verifiable and credible pension database, which would form the basis for the commencement of immediate payment of pension to pensioners. Honorable Pascal Mado is the chairman, Committee on Pension.
The governor has promised, and I want you to believe him because his word is his bond, that within 1 week of completion of this exercise, he will commence immediate payment of pensioners in Imo State.
The chairman, Organized Labour, Imo State Chapter, Comrade Austin Chilabo, and State Chairman, Nigerian Union of Pensioners, Sir Dr. Josiah Ugochukwu, extolled the leadership prowess of the governor and expressed satisfaction with the exercise.
Having come here and having seen the speed and what they are doing, the level of accuracy, and what I observed there today, I think I'm impressed.
We commend the governor because he is starting, and starting of anything is usually not very easy, and there's no doubt he has started well. We are satisfied. He has said that he loves the pensioners, and we can see that he's making genuine effort to carry us along.
Honorable Emeka Ihedioha is the commissioner in charge of the Ministry of Technology Development.
We have debated the Imo State government website, both for the government house and all ministries in Imo State. Less than 2 weeks after His Excellency was sworn in, the government commenced the training of over 250 women at no cost to them, free of cost, in computer coding. This was a program that was put in place in partnership with Microsoft Corporation. And so there's already been training. The beneficiaries of this program are going to be graduated in the next 2 weeks or thereabouts. There's also an ongoing training in partnership with Hotels Nigeria Group, HNG, to provide further coding skills to both women and men to enable them access opportunities in the IT space in terms of job opportunities and entrepreneurship. There are initiatives with Google lined up, and we're looking at putting in place a functional hub both within Imo Senatorial Zone and other zones going forward to really enable our teeming youth, who constitute 66% of the population, to give them access to opportunities which hitherto they did not have the opportunity to benefit from.
An elder statesman, Chief John Enyogasi, commended the present administration for rejigging the Imo workforce and carrying every part of the state along in its developmental agenda.
In 100 days, he has been able to open ministries. In fact, before there was no ministries, all were scamped off, disorganized. So far he has tried. Onimo, we did not give him vote. He still considered to be one of the beneficiaries. Onimo did not vote for Ihedioha. But without minding, he's given us our right.
Barrister Francis Dickey's son and Professor Protus Ozoma said the rebuilt Imo administration has done well and should be commended.
For 8 years, there was no local government system. What you had is the community government system, which, just frizzled out after about 2 years. I know in my own local government something is now happening. And the reason is that you have injected the local government funds to the local governments. Can you imagine if every month 100 million is injected into a local government? The ripple effect is so overwhelming. It's so overwhelming. That is a very great achievement that if we are cerebral enough, we can know that something great has happened.
What magic do you want them to do? That's the question. What magic do you want them to do? Something that took Okorocha 8 years to destroy Imo State. You expect this new administration to do magic in 100 days? The person should go and wear his thinking cap. With what I have seen so far, I am impressed.
Welcome back from the report segment. I hope you enjoyed it. Up next is the interview segment. Stay tuned.
From my own perspective, our governor has done extremely well because of the bad situation of the state, he's taking his time to put up things in order.
This governor is taking his time not to be involved in the mistake his predecessor made, because his predecessor took everything at the same time and never did everything correctly. But this present governor wants to do one is one, and that is a good quality of a governor. This governor is not the type that will jump into activity or project that will earn criticism for him. So whatever I feel he's doing now, he will do it to the satisfaction of everybody.
The government have done very well in the area of controlling the flood, which has been a thorn in the flesh of Imo life for the past 8 years. And from what we have noticed from our research, there has been a flag off about roads that will be as in the contractors will work on here in the state. And on the aspect of job creation, we also had that there is an empowerment, a training on agriculture going on right away. I think the government have done well. So far, I think I'll give them 85%.
Owerri is brought back on track as a NITEC state. No longer experiencing debris and decks everywhere. I think the Intraco have done a lot of work in evacuating the drainages. And again, the rule of law. I was just coming from Diamond Bank, former Diamond Bank. The pensioner, as I said, they are going to do some trade registration. I think smiles in their face about receiving their pension. And then, well, we can rate him. He has done some good, credible job so far. I don't look at it as slow. I don't look at it as slow. You need to really understand where you're going, identify the problem, then know how to solve it. I don't expect him to jump into things. We have to really understand the problem, listen to the people, understand what the problems are, and then look for a way to solve it. I think above average. Yes, above average.
Ihedioha has 100 days in office, has been very wonderful. I commend him for the fact that he has been taking his time. In governance, planning is very, very critical and very, very important. By virtue of the steps he's taking, he has been taking his time to plan for all his programs, using people that have the relevant expertise in his planning. He is using collective ideas to carry his government along. I have to score him an A.
The government is a new government, and criticizing the government now is not acceptable. 100 days in office has come to be, and if you look around, there is improvement in the area of environmental revolution. So you can see that the state is no longer what it used to be before, especially the metropolis of Owerri. When there is rain, you can see everywhere is flooded. At least the government has taken steps to ameliorate the devastating nature of flood in Owerri. I can rate the 100 days in office a good pass, because the government came in and witnessed a very devastating situation. So it takes time for the government to stabilize. So I think the government has tried a lot. The harmonization of the payment for workers and the arrangement for the students to benefit from the quality education. The past administration, whether they ran multiple accounts or not, but the truth is that the establishment of TSA is a welcome development for Imo State, and I think it will go a long way scrutinizing the way fund is being managed in Imo State. It is a welcome development. When the state has a single treasury account, it will cover the chances of looting the state treasury. I cannot criticize them in 100 days, even though some people are saying that he has not done this, he has not done. If it were them, they will not do anything. But I think what the state government has done for the 100 days is acceptable because they have put some things in place.
My name is Kaj Guru. His Excellency has really done remarkably well for 100 days in office. If you ask me, I would say that he has really touched a whole lot of very salient areas in governance. And using the team of the commissioners, using the team of the SAs, his aides generally, and their level of experience, he has really shown that he knows the job, and there can't be any better person than him for now to put the state in order.
Administration at all levels of government comes with its vision and mission targeted at bringing the dividends of democracy to its teeming populace.
The present administration in Imo, with its Rebuild Imo mantra, is no doubt poised to change the common narrative in infrastructure,
education,
health,
agriculture,
and every sector of Imo economy.
Join us on Rebuild Imo project every Wednesday and Thursday by 8:30 p.m. and 9:30 a.m. respectively on Orange TV channel 59 or Star Times channel 113 as we bring you up to speed with the happenings in the administration.
Also join us on Orange 94.5 FM every Thursday and Monday by 6:30 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. respectively.
Together we will rebuild Imo.
And that's the size of our package in today's edition of the program. Rebuild Imo project will be back on this station same time next week. Don't forget to follow us on our YouTube channel and Facebook page at Rebuild Imo Projects. On behalf of the production crew and the SSA to the Governor on Information and Advocacy, Adora Onyechere, and my executive producer Joyce Onebu, I am Paul Danike. Thank you for your time. Bye for now.